it, you can.
Okay.
And those of you outside the country, I'm sure say you have a better appreciation of happenings in Ghana, even more than those of us in. And because most of you are paying critical attention to happenings in Ghana and the program discussions now, I sure say you have a better appreciation of what is going on in Ghana. And I can tell you, say economically, Ghana is not doing any better. And we seem to be sinking on a daily basis, and nothing seems to be coming to our rescue. That is the problem. So every day, that's around a we are just discussing problems one after the other, one after the other. Whilst neighbors elsewhere are advancing and making gains, making a position of more countries. Yes, we have a America now. And the man go Ghana as at now.
Wow. It is a Siano as me share, especially. Mumu Eja Mu Ghana Siano. Mu Eja Mu Ghana Siano. Ediana mu hope bia na mu ni hope bia.
I think yes, I will hear what is happening currently our political arena no so Obia future is at stake. And I think the happenings in there inspire hope and gender confidence, because my culture say Oban bia betimi a survivor. The citizens, must repose certain amount of trust and confidence in the political establishment.
Okay.
You don't see that trust and the confidence, and it means a man for any ahotososa. Because I would told me, even if I wouldn't hear economics, I say, wouldn't politics, I say, I would hear what is happening in the media.
Yeah.
Now where discussions are echoso. Within the Sika Koto Bank, and there, you say, I buying soon to mean a whole lot. All these things, a portend a bleak outlook economically. I'm not sure say it's anything of a hope to anybody, especially who had the also the other side, and the managers and people who have brought us this far.
Okay.
Who had the sheer reluctance on their part to ensure say he to wise counsel some amount for a cano at least they are just living in a different world. That reality now that is not what they are dealing with. So I'm not sure say the situation like this anywhere in the world will offer hope and inspire if there's a confidence in anybody.
All right. Wow, that's good. It means not just a hope but it be in Ghana.
Until say change be bad man for who said this particular Ghana your position in a way who said there is a way out. You see, there must be a future sustainable. Because your problems and there be a dealing with. And in between the problems and you dealing with, you don't see any measures be obedient. We say, okay, these are the difficulty times, but very soon we will be ushering ourselves into a new paradigm. Government has putting in maybe measures that time no corner there. So we can tell ourselves that okay, you embrace your heart this time.
Okay.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. But at this point, I can confidently tell you that there is no light at the end of the tunnel. We are only dealing with the problems. But what has to be very inspiring say at the end of the darkness, no light now we don't see because no measures and they do yes, and hope.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pay as you go. Pay as you go. Problem number and you're dealing with. There seem to be no plans to be a good appointment in the future. You'll be dealing with the troubles now. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Inti, also, me who said, "Oh, but Jumanka. And let me tell you, I have a group of people. Before we interview, metro plan I have found out. But now, I didn't and I hope in Ghana. Na momote TV so. Na mo woni Ghanaian youth. Na amon famu serious. Yeah, wabo say ye mono omono. Yeah, na they depend on us say ye mono omono so. Yes, so say from na enu ye ka bibi wo net ne so and on social media. No more ba no mo di atem, no mo back the same person as say ordinary to bond no so. It be sa o ni yesu, your highness. Ghana youth Jimmy no mi Jimmy na say ya wo mo edrobi.
The Kai Mabenka says, which ye or so follow Martin Luther Kenya. Abrana or a young boy na in America more discriminating against the blacks. He was very angry.
Okay.
Not the papa or software. So or quite the papa or Bissan say, I didn't know more treaty and sir. I didn't know more be Papa na catch and say, say change can never be sudden. A process, a time.
Okay.
So over the Ghanaian youth, a evolve banner. Over the years, unlike present time, you woman now be traditional ubenya. The new media abaming. Those days, Nipa ade na inform political choices and opinion the old media or the traditional media. And you and I know say all of them have their political persuasions then as a forum. The issues no bar NDC netia, MPP netia, we boko left, no we boko right. Then the host to why say or situated the discussion in a contest a bit of far better understanding, or not only role is or play a middleman, then we'll read the text messages, no more sorry call. So I know the day there's listener become a very confused person. So he's left to him in his ignorance to make political choices. So it's something that has been persisting for quite a long time. So which year Ghana need the average Ghana the political decision of taking from the beginning from that particular background. So you can't begrudge them. For instance, the whole way they say at this time, yes, we want change. That particular change cannot be sudden. So let us try to educate people, say appreciate politics. Now elevate the discussing beyond the frontiers of partisan politics. Never do level be say, oh, may join in politics because of Niama Bakwa na me do mahu. Nanya say free and say. So it's a process, that particular change, evolve. And as of now, I can tell you confidently say politics in 2000 in Ghana is different from politics today. Politics 2010 in Ghana is different from politics today. It also says the advocacy at the BIOT UK now in Ghana, but you are very much concerned about happenings in Ghana, trying to in your own way to advocate and then educate Ghanaians. It's really working. No who be say or more responding to but one way or the other. The free say people are really responding to this particular new wave, mental revolution. Wage against the old politics. Trust me, a time will come. Ghana, yes, you may say, a lot, many of them maybe are morning tea, but I think that because of where they are coming from, they're kind of why I first inform you from the traditional media and how people poverty is one factor winning. You see, people getting involved in this hyper partisan politics because of Niema be obedient, in our part of the world, Africa. Poverty a political instrument. And if you want to control the people, take away their economic freedom.
Exactly.
So all these things are coming to play, but I think we will soon break their shackles and will become free.
Wow. Thank you. We nyansa. Okay, now, Pacho, na me ni obi kasa. Akwa say, who ni wa say oh, free up because who ni Ghana. Me bisa say, legal say obi bekuta two identities for Ghana na.
I think it depended the context because what I know, these are the university, I know among four who are a bit inside the intelligence community, and some of these things I can't go deep, and you understand, within the intelligence community, a lot of things happen. So among four adopting names, and within that particular circles, they have a way of dealing with it. Passport, you're issuing a different names and stuff, just for a particular purpose. But those things, the government is really aware of those happen. In the state and some countries, happen. But aside that, I'm not sure that one person will be holding multiple identities. It's a crime. Multiple identities are names not active at the same time. At the end of the day, yes, you may have to examine the intent, but I'm not sure that you can ever examine that particular intent. Now, when we say a crime, so I think there is not something that we can,
Oh, okay then, okay. And now, in certain version, what you could see what a seminar about. A bit of a canoe, basa. ebi dem say and bi say oh okay and it was say okay and okuluja to dey ne dey so abebom e dey abase birth certificate da ho no mienu and a passport o yusu mienu and as he say akwama even wa be ka trend say the reason why osisa way is because Rollins ekuni papa intina oye we me pacho. What is your take? Because una wo Ghana so obetumi akyerɛ asɛm no mu ɛma yɛn so ɛwɔ aburokyire no ayɛ because me who said Captain Smart aka but me person bisa who take on that one.
Yes, I think it's quite interesting. Me name so yeah, you want CIA now. Mama the double identity now operating. But it's quite interesting, especially so where Babia Yejirana position or holding and some of these issues Babontia you expect as early as possible, no? Or factor and dispute to some of these things that you come out boldly and then dispel these things because building notion at the end of the day, you know. We see about bedroom because of behavior as software and then our Ghana high you know among a lot of people and people don't feel proud calling themselves Christians.
Wow.
And yes, especially if you look at the discussion going on around this National Cathedral and the fact that software who are supposed to command divine wisdom to realize we are indeed in the midst of economic challenges and that there is the need for the government to revise its priorities and ensure the needs of the people are attended to first before any other thing.
Okay.
But these are software people who are ushering government the government should abandon all other critical areas and invest in this particular cathedral. Okay. And they are doing it in the basis and so because they can dip their hands into the national coffers and do whatever. And people who are behind these things are men of God. At the end of the day, trust, confidence, and the kind of respect people repose in the Christendom, considerably, it will keep winning. And by your West, when some of these things are coming up, especially, yes, I've listened to Honorable Okujato with his revelations and stuff. Wow. I can say at this point, yes, it's one side. Wow. We don't have the other facts because maybe our commission and he's working in the intelligence community, he's working for Ghanaian CIA. He's working for Ghanaian CIA version, and then government has secretly given him that particular thing to operate. For that one, there are things that he will get away with it because it happens. But NASA they setting up companies in different names, different fathers, mothers, different mother. Yeah. And whole lot of stuff. Wow. It comes to deepen that particular kind of mistrust now for war about this whole Christian fraternities. For maybe it is not about worshiping God, but rather people are using it as an instrument, making money for ourselves, making fame and stuff. Because while sometimes now follow Nehemiah also within churches and then as a former, it's business for a lot of people. And unfortunate thing is that individuals no more church who are supposed to at least have certain relief for go to church because they have a lot of problems. Open church as a sanctuary for them at least to speak to their soul and as a form of and then I bet your business and money all over and they seem not to care about what is happening to individuals now so business as usual for them. So I think that this particular exposure I was hoping that government a bit expressing interest because it has a lot of implications. Yes. The guy is still part of a board that is building a cathedral for the country. So the government might want to rush in to establish the veracity or otherwise of this particular matter in ensuring at least assembly and in other situation, you might see him resigning at this point. Now on battle in the faith would stride until all these things are cleared. Because at this point nobody is pronouncing he's guilty of, like I'm saying, there could be a way out of this. Maybe he's working working for a certain intelligent group, but until say aside that, I'm not sure any way of it we are getting the self out of that. And I listened to Paul Adomochiri, and he offered quite an infantile justification, trying to tell people that it happens because ne papa yekun and a whole lot of things. Yekun papa and sao mame.
Thank you.
So we will papa to you don't go and change your mother.
Thank you.
So I think that these are facts around the story. Going to Shraj, I will leave it with them now. But we just want to set that particular development to be swift, say by Ghana and be clear on their mind. And the key thing on this particular matter is the corruption surrounding the National Cathedral. That is the whole context for me. Because as the word I say he's having a multiple, it's a criminal this thing that we have to deal with. But the context of interest, so far as I'm concerned, in this whole matter is the cathedral, which I believe that is quite shameful and very embarrassing to have so-called men of God at the center of this particular thing. Now they are all running away one after the other. But they are not even bold enough to come and apologize to Ghanaians and say, oh, for instance, with a Duncan Williams, he told us, oh,
thank you.
I am telling you that they are now walking in the hall of shame.
Thank you.
And your hall of fame being a
hall of shame. I love them. Yes, wisdom speaking.
Yes. Means no more number how when you resign 1 resignation to tell us how resign. But they should be bold enough to come and apologize to Ghanaians and say, Mokanyans are some but a lot of things that has gone on in this particular country. The Ensabo Mysicum shady payment for and me assure say why when we are privy to a letter.
Yeah.
About your resigning, latest why you're resigning.
That Howard Mills.
Yes. Yes. So we see in a letter, no, somehow Kawoma is really bad. It's really bad.
Sense,
but unfortunately, some of them are not. They are not moved, and one person may get very much disappointed in him. Your friends are Papa not the Pentecost Church now.
Listen, I've lost respect for that man.
Everybody. Yes, because he's.
Or you crossing. You see this Ivan, the problem Ghana said, you didn't cross the seminar, you didn't make sense your money. Because you see, Pentecost Church and I say a problem is that a long time ago. Their life of normal lifestyle and be a war. Now, what of an other car that what mills are or no, or you're stylish, or you say son or 7 years. And when you mix the two of them, there will be problem because a man for resigning, but man way age in a hole, a different say, Opa for was and call. And then school no call, but on one and if an offie.
It's very embarrassing at this point. Say, Sanema way, Ebekoso, na Obia, Yinedi, and upon Sama, Ghana Foeka. You see, in the midst of the economic challenges, Ghana, Yatu Yahuatum, because Yatu Yahuatum, because and yes, that's sorry, and nearby, people sat down and planned the downfall of this particular country.
Wow.
At this time, now you women trying to navigate ourselves out of this stormy situation and stormy circumstances here. You women, this is no time for you to be talking about building a cathedral.
Exactly.
And sometimes they give you certain infantile and unwitty justifications. Oh, Oko France are more cathedral, Oko US are more cathedral. Ask yourself, go back to France, go back to UK and ask them when those cathedrals were built.
Exactly.
For instance, if you go to France, Notre Dame is before the French Revolution kicked in, now France was being ruled by the aristocrats and then the Roman Catholics. So if you have Catholics in charge of a country like that, definitely they will have the liberty to use national resources to build whatever that they want.
Exactly.
The same thing was happening in the offense in Spain. Abraham King Louis didn't grow from. It happened there. But in this modern era, point to a particular country because our mind the Nisika AC Cathedral. For what purpose? And then when people are investing in schools, people are investing in technology, people are investing in renewable energy sources and stuff. People are looking at way of making a creative, sustainable economic environment and will be able to leverage it to maximize their individual potentials. We are not looking at that. We are rather thinking in a very narrow path. At the time, I'm for investing in science and then as a for we are here thinking about cathedral, and I never remember me shame. Maybe lose trust in the Nakufu respect. I'm a man in free talk for me. The very day he told us he's building the cathedral, I said, yeah, and Yankopon boy and a civil war. Yeah, Betty. I said, really? Really? You have a president ruling a country thinking like this? Exactly. You see, the man is living in antiquity, like a off-century and yes, and he's not ready to avail his mind to current happenings on the world arena, because so Cote d'Ivoire, before you could see the biggest cathedral, Yamosokro, Cote d'Ivoire, and who told you say cathedral will avert calamities? See, if you build a cathedral, invest in the people, invest in them socially, economically, politically, religiously, and no, and the better cathedral, very lasting. I'm the transformation agenda of mine, and Sabeka. But when I say few people be a pesica, and they wall around themselves with this God thing. Exactly. Yeah, then they say Yamea, Obia's solution. But trust me, science will be say like this. Some of us cannot shut up, especially when we know right in front of us the nation is sinking. Pensioners, almost teacher for more child, just everything in this particular country is going sideways. I am experts and being a reasonable men of conviction, a bit more divine wisdom. So for was government now look him in the face and tell him, say, come on, this particular priority our way is perverted, and we need to put it aside and focus on how we can build the other sectors of the economy. With me, I'm more nation, not peke. That's in the future be a build a cathedral. And that is fine, because cathedral, one thing we are not looking at, we are throwing ourselves into a realm of absurdity. Do you know why? Because so also we see my Christopher. What if Ochinan Krabofo so almost per national mosque now? 3 days after, na Kokubu and Samuel in crew for national.
That because Ghana is secular, and a Christian country.
Exactly. You can't do anything. So then one person will throw yourself into that particular realm, and that is something we could have avoided. And not this crucial time when everybody is crying. So I believe it's good. Some of us who started this whole advocacy, at this point, we feel vindicated, because if you look at all the discussion going on within the media space now, even your friends say, more traditional media no crack into the they messed up big time. Yes, and now they've started questioning why we must invest in the cathedral, and they also join news. You would see the also and the PCF and other platforms. I have seen a couple of guys now questioning. We saw it long ago, and we saw what was coming, very terrible, and that there was nothing like talking about cathedral, but they didn't listen. But today we are here.
Good. And to me, Pacho, I still cathedral, no, Kusibuateno. A dear son of fire, and a tears ask can go good na account mu, because a bill make say a loan, a bill make say or the my loan or said, dear say, a samana who come maybe an okay or a summer year, because Kusibuateno, acquire no say, yes, me a software. Into the Americano or semi me to me, Duncan Williams, very 50,000 tithes. Fasically, if he in a banner saying, or a contractor na and I didn't in a mass asicano, yet to me a man is ascana and there a black one echo yabaya abedani ahano.
Yes, I think that at this point it's a developing story, but we see certain details be a free mobile. It's quite funny because which is some of the explanations now. But now you say yeah cathedral no it will baby na cathedral no sikasema money be a higher thing, and an individual opted to offer your friend is a Ghana a boy and Bosnia. Now I say even Ghana double Bosnia, who decide who to borrow from? When they decide this based on what terms terms of agreement and then saying and at the day campaign and now no their checks and information available to say a catch and more running. And I think that a black one has also reviewed say our company in the statement one in some and from the records you could see there is 00000 until government decided to pay back that particular money. So company no yet they a particular way no when they omunya sasikana omutimi pay such huge sum of money to government another bank and a Ghana bank approaches individual companies why and here consultation why because if you want to borrow in the name of the state what you do is even parliament should be in the know.
Thank you.
An individual cannot just go around and be borrowing for on behalf of the state because they were borrowing on behalf of the state because Sikana Ichiama came from Bank of Ghana. So there are a whole lot of things that has to be cleared on this particular matter. So like I said, it's a developing story. So if you're not careful, you might be saying things
but me say cathedral
right now.
Cathedral no. Enya agufa no se be ba mesi asori dan ama nyame mesi asori dan ama we are now or can say me ba me use government because I don't hear me internet because me tie say or catch say me wini a mesi asori dan ama nyame. Now obesi asori dan ama nyame enya different from say maba na ne asofo ho abam don kan wulezim wom otabe wom na enti eho no menti ase ba choche ma che kakra.
Yes, I think that is very embarrassing. Because the president for the question within his remit, he's entitled to do so.
Exactly.
But in our individual ways as Christians, we all have commitment with God. And one way or the other, we try to meet that particular commitment in a way. But you don't go and promise your God. Now, on my moving in Sika because you are president. Exactly. But in the first place, this is a president in the West, among for holding the highest esteem. He told us, he's not going to use Ghana for Sika. I'm so forth to say Duncan Williams, and as a phone in the man of the tomb. Then you could do baby who says, these people have drawn money from the consolidated fund without even recourse to parliamentary approval. And then I said, well, that particular thing constitutes corruption at that particular point. So the question is, how can you build the so-called house of God on deceit, on fraud, and on corruption in the first place? You can't justify this in any way. But the president is he's unrepented in his defense. A quest.
Exactly.
I saw that because of Omunim free home. Because so far, so we had disbursement in a payment I yet to among 4 companies. And even the decision to build that particular thing, maybe a one and Casacriano. I'm looking forward to say any government that comes after Akufo-Addo will be bold enough to ensure that as of now, this animal will be dragged to court and ensure that whoever deserves to go to jail must go to jail. Because so and some you can be held liable whenever outcome a criminal because the payment that has been done without recourse to parliamentary approval so sourcing maybe I don't know your call center of Accra could judges dying to go here. It's a primary in Accra. Go and check your fence land a wall. What I say, Manoka said there is a company or the Ghana buying or the Lands Commission, a court. I get compensation. Huge money because Yakubu Modaya to a judges Daya Yasi, Yakubu and all these things not be an issue of contention at air coso. So the see cathedral some particular place in a primary area, Hong Kong air place ABC sorry line. So you see Diana a cow mine in terms of Nema Yakubu and no crime the Ketwa and then ye see corruption so and at the end of the day no Ubisa will say what is that? They are even your free cathedral now. I must say at the Bayer your friends at Torres Center. So your friend says Spain, or Master Dan Kakakana is one. A hawk and revenue do send a munya film. Now the banner will be sick a tigra. Now, why did you see Kama, Jessica, in the midst of this particular? Yeah, it will be. You see, it makes sense. And if you look at Nana Akufo-Addo, his experience, the Metis of a president, Dinamayakra, what's yet the exposure when you're being holding on to position. I think that Nami expect he will be reasonable enough to realize some of these things. But as stubborn as he is, he doesn't listen to anybody. At all. As a warrior, all kind of
thank you. I know she knew Yabeya Ebefasisia. And that was it. The Obecabiano and Com. And Ivan, who can't Kualano was say ya pickle. Because me catch a radar so and sorry no and no na pickle and I brought you for na pickle. We shall comment about CC say everybody can see say very very say who wisdom. Yes, let me put it. Who wisdom when you're talking one can say say we are kwala minimum age. Who kasa a dawa which you say a we minimum say MPP for the omundin to me patch say wo say ene ye pickle and na ochina wa be than the president. A different because me back Kennedy Japan side because Kennedy person the president. Say ya fall say we youth because Rollins by no akwala. What you say? We youth and no better some Ghana. And then we first no better some Ghana.
Yes, I think you can say leadership leadership is an art. An art in the sense it can be perfected at any point in time. Near Koso, what they about contest now whether it is feasible or not. For instance, you can be in the UK, you see certain practices, you feel oh this thing is good. Now what about contest whether say every year Juma because the cultural contest, the economic contest, everything is totally different. So you look at our situation. Maybe problem I met one say so we Ghana at this point or my is sika 7 and but the rate at which I yet to sika to go I say about them. That is the first thing. So some of your president and now say government or more year Juma buying up per diem on daily basis for beer I didn't per diem. That would be the first thing I'll put a stop to it. Wow. Nobody in government and also here Juma abaya Juma and obey Juma you bet your per diem because I don't be a way piano also may you so at this point our minor struggle nobody will be entitled to per diem. That will be the first thing. And I'm sure since you stop this idea now the amount of money that will come on to this particular country again the size of government a country like Ghana. Why must we be hovering around 120, 130 ministers? I think we need to put a cap on that particular thing and ensure, say, Ghana, we have about 20 ministers, and that is it. Yes. It is never going to change. So government, you have to realign the ministries in such a way that fit within that particular 20 contest. Yeah. You can't go beyond 20. And Deputy Kurano Fabia, that's 1-1-1-1, and that is it. Then we go. Then within the presidency, President has been given excessive executive powers. Checks be a niso. And I think that is something that we need to look at because we are president in our part of the world. Let's say Obi a president of Ghana. And Mara to Minshan say a man called a member toilet, so not a man called my toilet. So aside that, you can do anything. You see, such powers, such powers, are too dangerous to be handed to an individual. Exactly. Yes, and then Nipana 1 in 7 years you might think, say, what if Ochina, Okoto Abama, Obi Oyans are for the yes out to me now, yeah. That is why today, if you go to the Jubilee House, you have over thousands of people acting as presidential staffers. Wow. And in the midst of these challenges, we are paying them. Nobody hasn't seen the need. The government is calling us, Ghana for more young bet, more sacrifice. Let us share the pain.